Over 1,200 miles from where we started at the Pacific Ocean, we reached the headwaters of the Columbia. We stood in wonderment at the small spring bubbling out of the ground, the birthplace of the river that had been our constant companion for the last 3 months. But less than a mile away, another river was calling us, telling us it would take us home. With the cold fingers of winter creeping into the air, we set off down the Kootenay. The Kootenay, whose groundwater feeds the headwaters of the Columbia, takes a different route south. We will not meet the Columbia again for another 300 miles. The clear turquoise water, tinted with the glacial till of the Rocky Mountains, carries us swiftly downstream, a sensation we haven't felt in a while. Our reverence is broken when the turquoise waters turn to brown as we pass the effluent ponds and outlets of the Koocanusa pulp mill. Even here, above the reservoirs, we see the hand of man changing the river. Our progress downstream is swift. We pause only to rest with friends that meet us along the banks and invite us to their homes. The river carries us downstream until we meet the waters of Lake Koocanusa, a legacy of the Columbia River Treaty, where a storm throws whitecaps and rain in our face when we fight to reach a safe harbor, a marina where we have been told that good people will take us in. Once more across the border, but not for the last time, we continue paddling on Lake Koocanusa into Montana, into the falling snow. We tell ourselves that at least we're heading south. In our effort to find passage around Libby Dam, we meet a community of Amish builders who assist us in transporting our canoe around the dam, and also around the mighty Kootenay Falls. Below Troy, we are on a wild river again. Through a snowstorm, we run a day of rapids, the low fog revealing the course of safe passage to us at the last second.
Watch this one, Eddie here. Watch Eddie.
Through Bonner's Ferry and back into Canada, we are again allowed passage. This section of the river seems to be one of the longest, the diked oxbows meandering back and forth across the valley. We are tested by the swells and cliffs of Kootenay Lake, but we know that we are almost home. At a final turn, we pass the pictographs marking the river's exit of the lake and paddle into Nelson. Our journey up the river brought us into the lives of people from diverse delegations of religion and walks of life. Together, these people helped us up the river, and in doing so, wove themselves into part of the larger story of what the Columbia Basin is today. Whatever we all may think of our place in the world, we're all citizens of some watershed, however large or small, that deserves the involvement of its people.